Go.
Wait, I'm not ready. Welcome back to Cake With It, and we want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. Wait, do you wish people a happy Thanksgiving? How does that work? Well, happy Thanksgiving from Cake With It. And today, in honor of Thanksgiving, we are making a turkey cake. A cake that looks just like a turkey. Just like a real turkey, and it's so cool and it's so easy to make, believe it. I should quit right now.
It's so easy to make you believe that it's real.
What he said. It's so easy to make. I mean, it's so easy to make, period. I began by baking a vanilla cake because a turkey tastes like vanilla. Well, at least on this channel. And I baked it in I think it was 12 or 14. 12, that's the way, 12-inch round cake pan. Yeah, it was a 12-inch because I used a stencil. And everyone out there deserves stencils, and you can get this at CakeWithIt.com for $49.99, and you can bend it in half so it doesn't break, and you can label it turkey stencil. That's the deal, right? $49.99, and Christmas is coming up, so get your stencil now. After trimming my cake to the stencil, I cut it into 3 layers, keeping the dome shape for the turkey body, and I'm going to simple syrup all of my cakes. And to make your own simple syrup, use 1 cup water, 1 cup sugar, boil, and then let it cool. I used a cutting board to put one of my bottom layer. Then I put my second layer on top, and I'm going to do a surprise. I'm going to cut a hole in the center, and I'm going to use stuffing that I made using cake scraps. For the stuffing, the fake stuffing, I had a leftover half sheet cake that I cut in half, and then I cut them into 1/2 inch slices and then diced it up just so it looks like any simple old stuffing, and I'm going to use that to put in the center of the cake, and I'm going to save some for the outside at the end. And to seal off the cake, I put buttercream around the border, then finally add my top dome layer. But before I add that layer, I simple syrup the breading in the center of the cake. Next, I start trimming away the edges of the cake so it looks more third dimensional. So just look at a picture of a turkey cooked and just follow along and make sure you carve out so it looks domed. Then I add a crumb coat, refrigerate it, and then take it back out and add my final coat, and chill your cake. This isn't the first time we've done food cakes, which is so weird, turning food items into cakes. So I created a playlist for you, and it's either one. I still haven't learned which side is it. And you'll be able to see any food cake. So we did, what do we do? A ramen bowl with a ramen noodle challenge cake. You have to see that video. We tried the ramen challenge, and it was very hot, and then I turned it into a cake. What other have you? The pizza cake. That was an amazing one. It looks like a pizza, but it's all cake. I think we're missing the chip witch sandwich that looks like an ice cream cookie, but it's all cake. So make sure you check out our, we should call it our, I don't know, food cake playlist. To make the skin texture of a
halfway cooked turkey because I'm going to airbrush it later to make it more dimensional. I use a mixture of yellow, ivory, and brown food coloring. Once I'm done kneading it, I'm going to roll it out to the size of my turkey, and I'm just going to cover it. I'm not going to use a fondant smoother. I'm going to use my hands to smooth it out because turkey is not perfect. And if you use the fondant smoother, it will look too perfect and not enough turkey. Once I have that done, I'm going to use my X-Acto knife and then trim all around very big just to take it out, and I'll go back and trim it closer to the cake and then fix the edges.
And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and be thankful, share it on social media, like, it takes 1 second. He's making faces, I can't focus. Share the video, like, comment, and if you haven't already subscribe to the channel. It's Thanksgiving week, so be thankful.
And it's Rice Krispie time. You can find any Rice Krispie recipe online. Mine is very simple and to the point. Just Rice Krispies and marshmallow, and I use about a ratio of 4 Rice Krispies to 1 marshmallow. And you're gonna melt it, and then you're just gonna mix it with your hand, and you can spray your hand with oil so it doesn't stick to you, and you want to shape it until it's firm. I divide it into 4 portions, 2 sizes bigger than the other 2 because the legs are bigger. For the legs, I am going to shape it kind of like a drumstick, and you want to do 2 of them because that will be the turkey legs. And then for the wing, I'm going to roll it out to a little log, and I'm going to bend it and make it pointy at the end. To cover both of the legs, I'm going to put buttercream, but I'm just going to smear a little bit, just enough to glue it, because I'm not going to crumb coat these, because a rough look that is going to get from the Rice Krispie is what we want. And then I'm going to cover each leg individually, flip it around, pinch it to seal it, and then trim off any excess amount. And then I repeat that with the wings, but the wings is a little bit harder because it's more longer and delicate. So you want to make sure you put buttercream on your wing, and you can chill it just to firm it up. And again, not a lot of buttercream, just enough to act as glue. Roll out the piece of fondant larger than your wing, and then you cover the wing, flip it, and then gently bend everything over, and again pinch it to seal it and trim out the wing. And to make the turkey look more realistic, I use my hand to make a crease in the center of the turkey all the way to the bottom by the neck, because I want to create a separation from the breast, turkey breast, to make it look real. It's all about the detail. And again, don't use any fondant tool, just use your hand, because imperfections is what we want on this cake.
Something amazing to create the skin texture. And then later on you see how I used it to airbrush it. I always have this around, a non-slip mat, which you line your cabinets with. Obviously they're clean. And this is what gave my turkey skin texture. And you can get it at CakeWithIt.com for $59.99, and you get this big roll. So not only can you use it to put on the bottom of your cake turning table so it doesn't slip off, you can use it to create turkey skin. So we're going to call this the Turkey Skinator. Along with your turkey stencil, and you could get them both for a big deal. What would be the big deal? Like $69 at CakeWithIt.com. Along with what other useless stuff we have at the channel? The Cake With It cornstarch blower, and you can have it for $49.99.
Again, using the mat, you want to place it on your fondant, and then you want to use your hand to press it, not hard enough that will destroy the cake, but firm enough that will leave the indentation on the fondant surface. Now to attach the wings and the legs, I'm going to use simple syrup, or you could use water, and I'm going to brush it on the side of the wing, and I'm going to use a brightly colored straw because I don't want them to cut into it and eat it, and then attach it to the end of the wing and then press that towards the cake. And I'm going to do that to the other side of the other wing, and I'll repeat that process also with the leg. I will brush it with a little bit of simple syrup, and then I'll put another piece of straw and then attach that to the cake, and then pressing it to make sure that it holds its shape. I will show you in another video how to make things look cooked with fondant, but for now I use brown food coloring on my airbrush, and I airbrush along the edges of the turkey. And you want to have a picture of a turkey cooked so you can see the reference of how brown some areas are versus other parts. And then I'm gonna grab my mat and I'm gonna brush some more just to give it a little bit crispy texture to the skin. Then I wanted to add more dimension, so I grabbed my black food coloring, mixed it with a little bit of brown, and diluted a little bit with alcohol. Vodka is you could use, and I'm gonna airbrush that around the tips of the wings because that's the most crispy part. And to end it well, I grab my knife and I make a cavity inside the turkey, and I take that cake out, and I'm going to put my leftover crumbs of bread and cake, and I'm going to put that in there so it looks like this turkey was stuffed. And no, you cannot cut this cake with a regular bread knife. You have to bust out your carving equipment and carve this cake to all your guests, and it's so easy to make. It looks complicated and difficult, but it is the easiest cake you'll ever make.
So I hope you enjoyed the making of this video. So I want to say thank you to everyone who has liked us from the beginning, subscribed from the beginning, followed us from the beginning. You could definitely see improvements from our very first video to now. Work with us and we'll work with you. So thank you guys so much. This is your channel, and we are almost about to hit our 2,000 view mark. So again, if you'll be kindly enough to share this video with everyone you know and make them like it. Nothing wrong with a little bit of, what is it, passive aggressive? I don't know. Something wrong with it. I don't even know what I just said at the end. Clearly today it was not scripted. Half the time it's not even scripted.
In conclusion, thanks for the likes and subscribe.